So here we study about these three concepts, that is A, B and C. Force is a vector quantity. I again repeat all these three factors which are studied with the previous examples. That is first one, A. If several forces are applied on an object in the same direction, means for the forces all the forces direction is same, then how we calculate the total force on that object, that is this force is equal to their addition acts on the objects. Means here we should have to add take the addition of the all the forces which are act on that objects in the same direction. So by adding all the forces we can get the magnitude of resultant force. In second B, if the two forces are applied on one object in the direction opposite to each other, so in this case we should take the difference, means we subtract the these opposite forces with one another. By subtracting value of these forces we can get the resultant force act on that object. So here we see this second B. If two forces are applied on one object but direction of these objects are opposite to one another, then the resultant force is equal to their differences act on the objects. Means here we should have to take difference between the forces which are in opposite direction. Then we see the third point, that is the C point. A force is expressed in the magnitude and the direction. So we can say that force is the vector quantity. Means for calculating the force we should require the magnitude of force and also direction of this force. We see the next point in this. If more than one force are acting on a body, then the effect of the body is due to the net force. Means when any body contains number of forces act on this, so how we calculate the force which is acting on that body. So for calculating the force acting on that body, we should have to add the magnitude of all the forces which are act on that body. Means if we see some examples here, in the above examples also we see how can we calculate the magnitude for the force of the objects, that is by changing the place of the storage container. For this we should apply the force by using the two man instead of one man. So here we can calculate the total force by adding the force applied by the two persons individually. So by addition we can get the resultant force which is act on that container. So when a force is applied on a stationary object, it moves. Means what happened when the any objects which are placed at a one place for a longer time, then when we apply the force on that stationary object, then what happened, its speed and direction change. Similarly, a force is required to stop an object in a motion. Means force is required in the both the cases. Means when the object is stationary, by applying force we can move that object in a motion, and when the object in a motion, when we have to stop this object, then we should have apply the force also there. So here force is helpful for changing the motion and also changing the stationary state of that object. So an object can change its shape due to the force. While kneading a dough made from flour, the dough changes its shape when a force is applied. A potter applies, here they give us some examples. A potter applies a force in a specific direction while shaping the pot. Rubber when stretched expands. So there are many such examples. We see such examples with these images. That is, I again explain all these points with these images. When a force is applied on a stationary object, if we see, we apply the force on these objects, that is these are the stationary, means these balls are kept at one places. When I applied force, these balls move in that direction. So here we apply the force on this stationary object, then what happened, this stationary object gets moved and change its speed and direction. So first ball is here, by applying the force, then it speed of this ball get changed and also get change their direction in that way. Similarly, a force is required to stop an object in motion. Means if the ball is here and we apply the force on it, then it move from this place to this place. So for stopping this ball, so we should apply the force opposite to its direction. So here we also require the force to stop an objects which are in a motion. Like this, we should apply the force for stopping this object by this way. That is, ball move from this direction in that way, and we apply the force in opposite direction to stop this ball. Okay. Then also by applying force we can change the shape of any objects. Means here we apply the force on that plastic bottle, then what happen? The shape of this plastic bottle get changed. Then we see the another example. While kneading a dough made from flour, means for making a roti we have to make such type of dough of wheat flour. Okay. Here we see how the step, how to we kneading means we prepare a dough from the wheat flour for making a chapati. So in this way we can change the shape by this. Here all this step we say, by seeing this all this step we can apply the we apply the forces for all these processes. Means by applying forces we can make a dough from the wheat flour. Means we prepare a dough by applying forces for making the rotis. Also we see the another example, that is a potter applies a force in a specific direction while shaping the pot. Means if we see, this is a potter man and it prepare a pots of the soil or mud. So for applying or for giving a shape, particular shape to this pot, this potter apply the force in a particular way on that object. So here we see how the potter applies a force in a specific direction. Means this is also important that the force should be applied in a specific direction for having particular activity. Okay. Also we see the another example, rubber when stretched it expands. So we see the rubber band, when we stretch this rubber by this direction, then the shape of this rubber band is like this. By stretching it become like this. So here when we stretch the rubber, its shape will be changed and size of this rubber get extended. And if we see the another example, if the more than one force acting on a body, then the effect on the body is due to the net force. Okay, so we see the next point, that is the inertia. First we see what is the inertia. So here we see the definition of the inertia. We have seen that an object changes its state of motion due to force. Means we see in the above examples like this, all these examples, what happen when we apply the forces of n objects which are in a motion. So what happen? It changes its state of motion. State of motion means either the object is stationary, by applying force this stationary object are in a motion, and when we apply the force on the objects which are in a motion, then state of this moving objects will be get changed, it become a stationary object. So in that way what happen, when we apply the force of an object, due to this force what happen, the change of its states takes place due to motion. So in the absence of force what happen, objects exhibit a tendency to remain in a extinct state of motion. Let us see the following example. Means what happen, that is the change its state of motion due to force, and if we doesn't apply any type of force on the objects, either it is in a motion or as a stationary, then what happen, if the object is in a motion, and when we didn't apply the force on that moving object, then what happen? This motion of that object is remain as it is, it does not change. So for this we see some activities which are given in your textbook. So first activity is that take a postcard and keep it on a glass, keep a 5 rupees coin on it, and now skillfully push the card. The coin straight away falls in the glass. Have you ever done this? So this activity we see by these images. Okay, here also they use us what is the inertia. First we see what is the inertia. We have seen an object changes its state of motion due to force. Means here what happen? When these objects will change their state of motion, means if it is in a higher speed, but when its object is applied on the force of that car, or in reverse also we can say that like this, when this object is in a stationary state like here, and another objects when apply the force on that objects, the state of this object get changed. Okay, like this. So we have seen that the object changes its state of motion due to force. Also here we see that the branches are like this, but when we apply the force, when this boy apply the force on this branch, the state of motion get changed due to applying force. So in the absence of force, object exhibit a tendency to remain in the extinct state of motion. If you see this tree, this is remain as it is until when we didn't apply the force on that branches. So we see this activity, take a postcard, this is a postcard, keep it on this glass. This postcard is kept on this glass. Then keep a 5 rupees coin on it. This is a 5 rupees coin. This coin is kept on this cardboard in that way. Then now skillfully push the card. Means in this way we have to push this postcard. What happened after pushing? Now after pushing this card, this coin, if we see this image, after pushing this card, the coin which is on the postcard it falls into the glass like this. The coin straight away fall in the glass. We see that coin is falls into the glass. It is not falls outside the glass as like a cardboard. Also we have you ever done this? You can do also at your home this activity. So from this activity we can say that so for this, for studying this inertia, we see again another example, that is activity 2, hang a half a kg mass from a stand with a string 1, then the another string 2 to the mass and keep it hanging. Now pull the string 2 with a jerk. Jerk means by pushing suddenly, that is called jerk. So the string 2 breaks, but mass does not fall, heavy mass does not move. Now in second step, pull the string 2 slowly. The string 1 breaks and the mass falls down. This is because of the tension developed in the string 2 due to the mass. So this activity also seen by using these images. First we hang a half kg of a mass from a stand. Here is a stand. Okay, we hang a half kg of mass from a stand. Okay, here it is a string 1. With the help of this string 1 we hang this half kg of mass on this stand. Then here we attach the hang a half kg of mass from a stand with a string 1. Means here in this case this is the string 1, this is the half kg mass, and it is the stand. Now pull the string 2. Also here you should tie the second string to this half kg mass. Here we attach the another string to that half kg mass. Okay, so now pull the string 2 with a jerk, means by applying more force or suddenly. Jerk means at an instant. by pulling this string, what happened? By pulling this string 2 get breaks. This is a string 2. By pulling the jerk means by pull the string jerkly, in that case the string 2 will get break down and mass does not fall. So in this case what happen? The string get break but mass of the 1 kg remain as it is. It doesn't fall down the ground. In second step, heavy mass does not move means by splitting this string 2, this mass remain as it is. This is the heavy mass of 1/2 kg. Then this mass does not move, it remain as its place. And in second step, now pull the string slowly. Here in second step you should pull this second string very slowly. Then after pulling this, what happen? There is a tension is applied in the string 1. Here what happen? The string 1, that is this string 1 breaks and the mass falls down. Why this is happen? This is because of the tension developed in the string 2 due to the mass. So here if we see again this example, when we pull the strings 2 slowly, here we pull this string but slowly, not suddenly. So when we pull this string 2, what happen? There is a tension is produced in this string 2, and due to this tension what happen? The force will get applied on this string 1, and due to this higher force of this 1/2 kg, this string 1 will get break, and due to this breaking of this first string, this mass will get falls down. Okay, so here string 1 breaks and the mass falls down. This is caused due to the tension developed in this. Tension means stress. This stress is developed in the string 2. Why? Because there is a heavy mass of 1/2 kg is attached to this string 2. So here we see this is happened due to the inertia. For this we see there are the 3 types of the inertia. Which are they? So for this, first we see this activity, then we explain these types of inertia. Okay, so by this doing this activity we can study the new concept, that is the pressure. So before this we can see this box, that is always remember. In this way they say that the tendency of an, there they gives us the definition of inertia. What is the inertia? The tendency of an object to remain in its existing state is called its inertia. I again explain what is the definition of inertia. The tendency of an object to remain in its existing state is called inertia. If we see these examples, that is this first 2 examples, about examples, that is this when we stage the expand rubber, then when we apply the forces on the stationary object, it become in a motion. So here what happen? When we apply the forces on the any objects, either it is stationary or as it in a motion, then what happen? These objects change their state. But when there is a no force is applied on any objects, that is either it is in a motion or is at a stationary state, then these are remain as it is in their state. Stationary object remain their stationary state, and moving objects remain there in a moving state. So the ability of objects to remain in their existing state is called its inertia, is called the inertia of that objects. So this is why an object is stationary state remains in the same state, and an object in a motion remain in the state of motion in the absence of an external force. So inertia is nothing but the ability of the objects to remain as it is in the form of their state. Which are the state? Either they are in the motion or they are in a stationary state. Up to when we didn't apply the external force. So here we see what is the inertia. Okay, so today we stop here. In the next lecture we see the types of inertia. There are three types. Also we see the what is the pressure. Okay, so today we stop here. Have a good day. Thank you.